Hello and welcome everyone, this is Kalabovich coming to you with another video about Storybook Brawl. Game not dead. We just got a new huge patch for Storybook Brawl. And to be honest, I think all the publishers really have to know that today is actually my birthday, because not only did we get a huge patch for Storybook Brawl, also for Flesh and Blood we got a huge announcement for organized play for next year, so thank you GLG, thank you LSS, by the way. And you know what? Let's dive deep, and let's just dive in to patch notes 74.13 for Storybook Brawl. Now, this is one of SBB's biggest updates to date. Overhauled visuals, a lot of new art, some balance changes, right here for the winter season. Let's begin. So, as you can see here in the patch notes, there is going to be a new board for the game, new card frames, new positioning, new menu, new everything when it comes to the visuals of this game. So you will have to relearn how to visually interpret what you're seeing on the screen. And that's going to take at least a couple of games. So if you're going to be watching me over the weekend playing some Storybook Brawl games, you will see a lot of mistakes, that's for sure. But we'll get there, as we always do. So, new shop board, new battle board. You can see that the opposing hero is on the other side, switched with the treasures. There is going to be more information about the opposing heroes, like how many treasures they have, how many upgraded characters they have, what is their win streak, and what is their team's alignment, whether it's more good characters or more evil characters, or unaligned if it's tied. Is that going to work a lot? Is that going to be important for a lot of things? We'll see. I mean, if they have evil, you know they're probably not running Good Boy, or if they have good, you know they're probably not gonna be running around with a Great Pumpkin. Unless they're Beauty, because then they're always good. New music for the game, that is something I personally do not care about, but a lot of people play with in-game music, so it's cool for them. New player experience with a new hero called Iggy that is currently only for the tutorial mode. You gain +1 health each round. Not introduced to the main game, but as they said, who knows, we might see it at one point. New untapped costume, new emotes, new everything, sure. But here's what's going to be most important for a lot of you Johnnies and Spikes out there. That is going to be the balance changes. And for heroes, we have 2 hero balance changes. 2 buffs. One is for the Sphinx. I mean, buff and a nerf, because Sphinx is going 5 HP down, but it also gets the ability of your shop sells an extra spell if you have 20 or less health, which, as you know, I've tried playing Sphinx a lot over the past couple of days. Thank you, K. Stolen. Yeah, with that, we might actually get to use Sphinx's ability as we go down, down, down in health total, becoming probably not the worst hero, but still probably somewhere there. I don't know if you remember, Sphinx used to have an ability of your shop sells an extra spell, and just that ability alone was making this hero amazing and awesome. We'll see. I will be very glad to pick this up and play it as we go. Mordred is going to be easier to use, because now, the first time one of your characters dies each brawl, you'll get to summon not the character from your hand with the highest attack, but the leftmost character. So it's going to be much easier to plan for Mordred, so you don't have to sell everything, etc., and making this hero actually quite alright. I mean, you could have planned around it, but then you were left without many options, more often than not. And if you want to see if Mordred is any good, there already either is already, or there is going to be a new Mordred video on my YouTube channel as well from one of the games. More balance changes. Cursed Throne moving from level 3 to level 2. Your royals are still monsters and still have Slay. This might actually do something, and this is instead of having a Book of Heroes, which is totally out of the game, because that was one of the most weird treasures with with a huge amount of hoops you had to jump through for your characters to gain that bonus. Now, just a level 2, this is going to be a good start for your royal comp, or just to getting those Sherwood Sure shots firing at all cylinders quite early. Summoning Portal gets switched from level 4 to a level 5, and you might ask yourself, but no one was picking this up anyway. But aside from the level gain, it's also getting a boost, because right now, when you summon a character, give it +2/+2 for each character you've summoned this brawl. So we're going to see if some massive summons like from Three Big Pigs, Princess Peep, and or Great Pumpkin are finally going to be viable with this or not. I will for sure be trying this one out. That's certain. Evil Eye is moving back from level 4 to level 5, and, well, good riddance. This has been one of the most OP level 4 treasures, for me at least, and now we will be back to trying to find both Evil Eye and Horn of Olympus on level 5. Well, Evil Eye, I think, has the longest track record for moving between levels. It started off on level 6, then moved down to 5, then moved down to 4, switching with Horn of Olympus, and now it's back to 5. Will it find its place here? We'll see. And when you are given a choice in one treasure shop to go for either Evil Eye or Horn of Olympus, now that is going to be a dilemma more often than not. One is going to be better for some of the compositions, the other for the other compositions. And usually you just want both, same as with Headball. So that's probably the same dilemma that we will be facing. And in turn, Ugly Gosling Helm is moving down from level 5 to a level 4, same as with Summoning Portal. This is moving levels, but it's also changing stats. Right now it's going to give your lowest attack character +10/+10 for the brawl. This is going to be a really good boost, especially this is like targeted and much better Jack's jumping beans. Right now that you can get off really early with some blind mice. So this is actually a huge buff for heroes such as Wonder Waddle. If Wonder Waddle needed any more buffs. I mean, we have Skipping Stone for all that. Never mind. Also, we've got rid of Book of Heroes, which was very problematic, and I'm fine with that. And we've also removed the Arc. Now, Arc was also problematic in a way that if you boosted your treasure hunt up and you've gotten the level 6 treasure choice before you actually get to level 6, and Arc was one of your choices, you would never pick it because it was turned off. You needed one character of each level, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And without any access to any level 6 characters, that was really useless. I mean, sure, later it was good for some good boy shenanigans, but still I'd rather just have Ugly Gosling Helmet 4 and no Arc on 6. So I'm really fine with that. Now for characters, Wretched Mommy is getting a slight point buff, making it better, as they said, for Trophy Hunter and Muerte. I'm especially looking forward to using this in New Trophy Hunter, New Look Trophy Hunter, which we're going to see in a moment. Fairy Godmother. No longer is it going to be the bane of long fights alongside Trojan Donkey, because instead of giving your good characters +2 health this brawl for each good character that dies on your side of the board, it just gives a static buff of your other good characters have +2/+2, which is fine. It is even more than fine. It is really a valid choice for your good comps. So this is going to be a solid role player and picked up much more often. Next up, Chupacabra, aside from a slight art change, has a huge rework. Right now, Slay, give all your monsters everywhere +1 attack permanently. Now this is a similar wording to what you see on a Puff Puff when it dies. So what this means is, this Slay gives all your monsters that you have in your hand, on your board, and in your future shops +1 attack permanently. And this is going to be really good moving forward, especially if you go towards more evil-oriented and monster-oriented comps. Also, it's going to be huge fun with the Cursed Throne now being on level 2. Because remember, your royals are also monsters. So it's going to work with them, as well as Oni Tyrant. Spells, Rite of the Valkyries instead of +3, now +4. This has been a problematic spell because you usually don't want to pick it up, and you don't want to see it off of Monster Book or Deck of Many Things. On the other hand, if you're giving your whole board +4 attack this brawl for just 2, you're more likely to win or at least draw. So that is going to be a really good thing. And finally, after all these months, years of having Catskull in the game, someone finally listened to me and deleted it from the game. I don't know whose decision it was, but thank you. And I think they are here explaining the exact reason why I wanted for Catskull to be removed. Catskull was one of the more frustrating spells to play against, especially since you often didn't realize it was coming until it popped. I don't care that it was also the strongest combat spell in the mid-game, but you just didn't see it coming. You could have looked at the board, saw what spell your opponent played, but you still forgot it midway through while you were really engaged in watching all the combat, all the shots, all the brawls, everything. And you forgot about Catskull, and then, oh, I'm winning! Oh, Catskull, damn it! Mediciel, it's your fault again. Well, no longer, because we don't have Catskull in the game anymore, and I'm the more glad for it. We also get a ton of art updates, and these are really amazing. I'm just gonna really fast glide through them. As you can see, Angry is getting really angry at those Bambis. Bad Billy got a colorful goatee. Baby Dragon looks even more cute. This is Blaze of Glory, Bossy, Candy Cannon. Oh yeah, hope. Karen finally looking like an actual hero and looking really amazing. Chupacabra we've already seen. Cinderella looks really cute. Court Wizard, nice pants. They're rather fancy. Doubly and triply. This is Doom Breath, and oh my goodness, now that is a Doom Breath. That is for sure. Next up we see new Geppetto skin for Untapped. This is Feed the Kraken, and it is very, very cutesy. Headless Horseman, now new Pumpkin edition for the Spooky Forest. Holy Grail, they kept the spirit of the mouse in the Grail. Hungry Hippocampus. I think one of my favorite, Jormungand. I'm really sorry, Jerry, that I'm not going to be seeing you in the shop as often, but oh my goodness, is this one amazing or what? Is that the whole island on him, or is the island behind him? I don't know. I think it's the same thing. What was this? Oh, Kidnap. Krampus Slay. Lonely Prince. Did a trim on his stash. Looks the better for it, I think. Magic Research. Runestones now called Magic Runes. Masquerade Ball is amazing. Merlin Hat, and you can already, all subscribers on Twitch get the Hat Ball emote with the new hat already. Mrs. Klaus with the Flying Gingerbread Knights. Prize Pig got a re-up. Riverish Mermaid looks much bigger than just her stats would suggest. Soltec Ancient looking really amazing, especially with those puffy puffies over here. Spear of Achilles, still gonna kill us. Spellweaver got, I think, a 4th rework, starting from the same artwork, looking better and better all the time. This one is Sporko. Yeah, this was a huge chuckle for me. Staff of the Old Toad with the many mushrooms. Stone Skin. And this one got the biggest laugh out of me when I was watching this pre-video recording. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, tiny air quotes. Perfect. Treasure Map, you're definitely here. Trophy Hunter, a new reworked skin. Tweedledee and Tweedledum, I don't know which is which, but we're gonna see soon enough. Reckless Wager is now called Up the Ante and is even more reckless. White Stag, Witch's Brew, extra I for everyone who wants it. Helhua. This is Iggy, the tutorial hero, and last but not least, we have the Zebracorn. Because a couple of names were also reworked, like this was Rainbow Unicorn, now Zebracorn. Other name reworks are Wizard's Test instead of Merlin's Test. Witches got their directions changed up, and the rest you've already seen. So this is going to be it. A lot of changes. Slay is going to be more difficult to get together. On the other hand, you're just steamrolling into Nians, into Lancelot, into Baba Yagas, and trying to find as many 5s as you can. Because 5 is where you want to be. You don't have to like, oh, I need to take more Riverish Mermaids because treasures on level 4 are very important because we can find Evil Eye. No, you just need level 5 treasures. Well, sure, maybe the occasional 3 Bad Moon or a 6 Mimic, but you're just going for 5s, it's easier. Same as if you're going for Headball, you don't want any 5s because there's Beaker on 2, there's Big Book of Spells on 2, there's Merlin's Hat and Crystal Ball on 3. There's Forking Rod and Moonsong Horde on 4, and there's Wand of Weirding on 6, along obviously Black Prism on 7, and nothing on 5 for spells. Anyway, this is going to be it for this video. Thank you, GLG, for the birthday update, and yes, this is still a game I enjoy playing, and this is still a game you're probably going to see more on this channel and on Twitch. Also, for just a small thing about the YouTube videos, a couple of weeks ago I introduced some background music to the videos, and I also saw a lot of comments of people not really enjoying that because the volume was too high compared to my voice, or it wasn't their kind of jam or something else. So since a couple of videos ago, I've stopped doing that music once again, and you're just gonna hear just my voice. If you want any background music, I mean, you can play as an additional soundtrack, something that you like, if there's too much silence for you. And this is going to be it for this part of Storybook Brawl News. Take care, everyone, and see you at the tables. Klebovich out.